All right, today we're getting grounded and diving deep into one of the most practical and nurturing figures in the entire tarot deck, the Queen of Pentacles. She's kind of like the ultimate Earth Mother, a savvy CEO, and a master of creating a life that feels just as good as it looks. So let's get into it. You know, this phrase, grounded abundance, just nails her whole vibe. This isn't about winning the lottery or some kind of fleeting fame. Nope. It's about a deep, stable, and flourishing sense of security in every single part of your life, from your career to your home to your own well-being. She is the master of making magic in the material world. So who is this queen, really? Well, try to think of her less as just a card and more as a powerful archetype. She represents this tangible, down-to-earth energy that honestly we can all tap into to build a life that's not just successful, but one that's deeply satisfying and secure.
And what's so fascinating is how all of her traits are totally interconnected. She's nurturing because she's practical. She knows how to give real, actual support. She can be so generous because she's resourceful. You see? It's not just about having a warm heart, it's about having that sensible mind to back it up, which makes her a true master of the material world.
It's probably no surprise that her element is earth. This is what grounds her in stability, in the physical world and in nature. The suit of pentacles itself connects to the number 4, the number of solid foundations. And hey, if you're into astrology, think of that steady, steadfast energy of a Taurus, or the practical genius of a Virgo, or even the empire-building ambition of a Capricorn. That's her vibe, for sure. She is all about what is real, what is tangible, and what is built to last.
And if you look closely at the card's symbolism, she's not hoarding that coin, is she? She's holding it with care, almost like it's a precious seed. The lush world around her shows that everything thrives under her care. And that little rabbit hopping by, well, that's a classic symbol of fertility, creativity, and an abundance that's in this constant, gentle flow.
So, what does it actually look like when this queen's energy is flowing in a really balanced, positive way? Let's explore the queen in her full, upright power.
Okay, so here's a quick look at her two sides. When she's upright, she's that working parent archetype we all admire. Effortlessly successful, deeply caring, and a creator of comfort. But when you flip that card, that same amazing energy can get blocked or imbalanced, and it can tip over into burnout, insecurity, or even jealousy. Let's break both of these down.
It really does all come down to balance. In a career, she has that boss energy, but it's got a velvet touch. She's a mentor, not a tyrant. Financially, her security comes from being sensible, from investing in quality over flashy, wasteful things. And at home, she's a master at creating a true sanctuary, a place where everyone feels safe, welcome, and just genuinely cared for. But what happens when that beautiful balance gets lost? The reversed queen isn't necessarily a bad person. More often than not, she's an overwhelmed one. This is her shadow side, where her greatest strengths can kind of curdle into weaknesses.
Seeing this card reversed is often a major wake-up call. It's time to ask yourself, have you been taking care of everyone but yourself? Has that work-life balance become a distant memory? This card is a clear warning that you simply cannot pour from an empty cup. It's a powerful sign to get back to basics, root yourself, and just simplify.
And the impact of this imbalance? Oh, it's felt everywhere. In your career, it can signal that work-home conflict is at a breaking point. Financially, that sensible nature can twist into hoarding and materialism, or it can swing the other way completely into mismanagement. And that home that was once so welcoming, it can start to feel chaotic and stressful, a direct reflection of what's going on inside.
All right, let's turn to one of the biggest questions people have for any tarot card. What does it mean for love? The Queen of Pentacles has some very clear, very practical wisdom for our relationships. Upright, this queen is basically relationship goals. She represents a partnership that feels safe, nurturing, and just profoundly secure, like that feeling of finally coming home, you know? It's about building a real, tangible future together. Reversed, however, oof, she's a red flag. It can point to a deep insecurity that's breeding jealousy and possessiveness, or maybe being in a relationship for all the wrong reasons, like status or money, which just leaves everyone feeling empty in the end.
And hey, if you're single, pulling this card upright is a huge vote of confidence from the universe. It's a sign that you've built a life for yourself that is already stable and abundant. It means you can afford to be selective because you're already whole on your own. You're not looking for someone to complete you. You're looking for a partner to complement the amazing life you've already created for yourself.
So this is more than just theory, right? How can we actively bring this Queen's positive, grounded energy into our own daily lives? Let's get into the practical takeaways.
It all breaks down into these simple, practical actions. And notice that the first step is always to nurture yourself. The Queen knows that self-care isn't selfish. It's the essential foundation for everything else. Once your own cup is full, then you can focus on creating a comfortable space, managing your resources wisely, and reconnecting with that grounding earth energy, even if it's just a short walk in a park.
All right, we've explored all the nuance, but I know what you're thinking. Sometimes you just need a straightforward answer. If you pull this card and a simple yes or no reading, what's her message? It is a resounding, confident, and deeply grounded yes. The Queen of Pentacles signals security, positive outcomes, and things coming to a beautiful, stable conclusion. Honestly, it is one of the best yes cards you can possibly get.
But this yes does come with a little piece of advice. Her guidance is to not rush or panic. Instead, approach the situation with her trademark calm, practical, and nurturing energy. Your success is actually rooted in your ability to maintain that sense of stability. And so that leaves us with one final question to think about. The Queen of Pentacles teaches us that true wealth isn't just about money. It's about creating a life that feels secure, comfortable, and deeply nourishing from the inside out. So the real question is, how will you cultivate your own grounded abundance?
Continue your tarot journey by liking, subscribing, and checking out our books. The link is in the description below. Until next time, goodbye.